Welcome to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan alongside TJ Miracle, and we're at Lady Wildcat Field.
I believe
right?
that is correct.
I learned last night, I did not know, that the baseball field is known as Wildcat Park. Is that right?
That is correct.
It's
That's what I was told.
Wildcat Park and Lady Wildcat Field. So here we are, and happy to be here. Now, I have seen the Lovington girls play this season once earlier when they were at Hobbs, called that game, and the Lovington girls won that game against Hobbs. And they've really put together a pretty solid season so far. And they're of course a 4A team, and they're taking on Clovis this afternoon in a game, or this evening really, in a game that had been postponed because of some wild windy weather, here in this last couple weeks. So this is a makeup game technically. Clovis, a 5A team, comes in at 1-6 on the season. They've really kind of struggled over the last three seasons rebuilding their program, rebuilding their team, and they are here, I think, to definitely get some experience. They know that Lady Cats are tough, and the Lady Cats have gone to the state tournament for the last few years, and have been very competitive both at the district level and the state level. So Coach McCraw saw some of his seniors graduate last season, but has really put together a solid team this year, and they've been showing up pretty well against surprising Hobbs, I think, in that game here a couple of weeks ago. It was before spring break. So we want to welcome you in and say thank you very much for watching and listening. Thanks to our sponsors, and you'll hear their messages throughout the pregame and throughout the game and afterward, and also see their logos on the screen that you're seeing. And so thank you very much. And we'll be setting the scene for this game, running down the lineups and getting you ready for Little Lady Wildcat softball. I'm thrilled to be here. It feels good to be back, and it's softball season's been going on for a few weeks now, just by virtue of the calendar, how it fell, starting during the end of the basketball season and playoffs and state and everything, and both the baseball and softball schedules, TJ, have really, they've changed a lot because of those game limitations that have gotten tighter on teams. So they have fewer home games, it seems, and they're trying to make the most of those, but they're playing a lot of away games, a lot of tournaments to try to get the most amount of experience and playing time, out of the game limits that they're faced with.
Well, and, that's just something that's changed in every sport pretty much over the last couple of years, but 9 games into the season, haven't had many opportunities to play even here in Lee County. Interestingly enough, if Hobbs or if Lovington wins this game against Clovis, that'll put them in second in District 4-5A.
Right.
Because they'll beat everybody
exactly.
but Carlsbad, and they lost a nail-biter to them last night.
Yeah, 3-1 was the final scores. Your Lady Cats were on the road last night, and so I'm sure they're happy to have played that game so well, almost beaten an always strong softball program, baseball program over in Carlsbad, extremely strong traditionally as well. So I'm sure they're thrilled to have come that close. They'd have been happier, of course, with a win over Carlsbad.
They did knock them off last year.
They did. So here tonight, they're looking, to come in and, and try to take this game. This is a busy week for them. This creates busy on the field last night as well as on the road. Then tonight's makeup game here, and then on Friday we'll be right back here as they'll be hosting, I believe it's Dexter. Is it Dexter? I think that they're playing on Friday night.
I pulled it up for Denver City.
Denver City, not Dexter. Okay, there's where the D came in. So Denver City on Friday night, right back here. But this is the game that we've got tonight. Happy to be here. And the teams are out on the field. Now, we had a JV game right before this, and I think the Lady Cats won that one, didn't they?
The JV 17-5, I believe.
17-5. The last time I saw the score, it was 17-3, and it was, I think it was just barely, it was either bottom of the fourth or top of the fifth. So they ended up winning that. So that's good momentum and good to know. Good solid program here and a feeder program for the Lady Cats. So I'm assuming, I don't know, I guess maybe they had the national anthem already and they may not do that again before this. The coaches are out, the head coaches, Lovington head coach Stephen McCraw And Clovis head coach C. Chavez are out at the home plate with umps to turn in their lineups to talk about the game beforehand, get everything straight. And the teams are anxiously awaiting. Of course, it will be Clovis who comes up to bat first. I think we'll just go ahead and Clovis already went in the dugout, so I'm taking that as a sign that there's no second.
Well, they will be introducing the
introduce
players.
The players,
and the
but
teams,
I just don't think that we're going to have a national anthem. So let's run down the lineups here for you, and we'll go ahead and start. I think we'll have some time. So I want to start, even though they'll be on the field first and not batting. Your Lady Cats. Let's get that introduction before it maybe gets a little noisy here. I don't know if we'll have some music and other things going on in the announcer's booth. But your lineup for your Lady Cats: number 2, Anahi Quiroga catching and batting first. And then batting second is number 4, Honey Morales playing second base. Batting third, 17, Xavier Rodriguez playing shortstop. Batting fourth, number 9, Jocelyn O'Geen at first base. Number 5 is 6, Simmery Ellis, who is in center field. Batting sixth is number 11, Daphne Urhara, your designated player. She'll just be batting in this first game. And your seventh batter in the lineup is number 5, Sabri Sanchez, pitching. Also batting 8th is number 21, Bailey Garcia in left field. Batting 9th is number 3, Bethany Tavera in right field. And number 23, Johanna Ochoa is your flex player. And your bench is number 1, Paisha Gonzalez. Number 8, Delilah Ruiz. 12 is Braylon Hernandez. 20 is Ivory Lopez. 15 is Leshe Corral. 16 is Yaya Garcia. 19 is Andrea Hernandez. 77 is J.B. Rios.
And number 10, Malaya Castro.
Ah, okay. I did not see that on his list. Okay.
He ran out of room on the bottom, and so he put it over on the side.
That's why I didn't get it. Probably didn't see that on my photo. So Malaya Castro, number 10, of course. All right. And now your lineup for your visiting Lady Cats of Clovis.
The Purple Cats.
The Purple Cats versus the Blue Cats tonight. Your Purple Cats batting first is number 5, Zamran Maris, who is playing shortstop. Oh, I guess we will have a national anthem. Okay.
I think they're introducing the Lovington team.
Oh, okay. I just heard her say stand up or him say stand up, so I thought, okay, we're doing that. So number 5, Zamran Maris is batting first, playing shortstop. Batting second is number 7, Brooke Renteria behind the plate. Batting third is number 3, Selena Lopez at second base. Batting fourth is number 20, Amor Soto at third base. Batting fifth is number 4, Robin Mays in right field. Batting sixth is number 1, Andrea Chavez in center field. Batting seventh is number 14, Kiara Nowak, who is pitching. Batting eighth, that is, it's number 17, Madison Cushing at first base, and batting ninth is number 2, Gianna Cordova in left field. Your very short bench for Clovis is number 11, Corelli Baeza, number 9, Brooklyn Garza, and number 8, Sierra Rodriguez, under head coach C. Chavez, and coming in at 1-6, getting ready for this game here. So both teams out on the field as they announce our Lovington Lady Cats. We're getting ready, and I haven't filled out my little infield, my diamond actually, for this, but I will do that real quickly. Why don't we just take about a minute and play a couple of sponsors and come back and get this one going. So we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat softball and opening of this game coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, just about getting ready to get this started. And I was just putting down and filling out my little my diamond to tell you who is where. And in the outfield, you've got Garcia in left, Ellis in center, and Tavera in right. So I'm writing those down. Garcia, Ellis, and then a right Tavera. Okay. In the circle for Lovington will be Sanchez. Behind the plate, Quiroga. That's your battery. O'Geens at first, Morales at second, Rodriguez at short, and Garcia at third. And your lineup, first three for Clovis will be Maris, Renteria, and Lopez. And actually, I think, we have Maris. I think she is a Quinones Maris. I think she has a hyphenated last name, but they just used Maris on the lineup roster, that we saw. Well, the roster is actually, it has her full name, but we'll say Maris on this one. First pitch by Sanchez is a soft one and just misses the outside corner. I tell you what, Sanchez pitched that win over Hobbs and did a very fine job. She doesn't overpower you, but she's good ball control, and she's good at hitting the corners. And if the ump is calling corners and doing that consistently, she can really rack up. Thank you. But she can really rack up some, not necessarily strikeouts, but she can definitely keep the other team a little off base. Nice strike, a little good pop in the glove on that. And a swing and a miss. And I believe that runs the count even, 2-2.
That is correct.
All right, just double checking. So first batter up, of course, top of the first inning. Lovington looking to just kind of hopefully keep Clovis from, especially from scoring early. They want to do what they did to Hobbs. They really worked defensively very well. They got outs efficiently, and then they got their bats swinging and working early and got up, and that's what they want to do here. Ooh, a swing and a line drive shot is going to go foul. Otherwise, that would have been, it had a little Texas League blooper written all over it, so it's really good. And I think the wind might have helped carry that a little bit foul as the wind is moving. It's changing directions a little bit. It's coming straight in toward us from center field toward home plate, and then sometimes from right to left as well, from southwest. And a swing and a miss as Sanchez varies her speed. She's very good at that as well. Changes up her speeds, and she really earned that strikeout. First strikeout, Maris goes down swinging, brings up Renteria, the catcher, to the plate. So one strikeout, one out. Lovington is off to the races. That's going to miss just a little bit outside. So this ump, I think, is going to make her really be a little closer to the corner, at least the outside corner. So she's probably going to have to make that adjustment and bring that ball in just a little bit. There's a swing and a foul back straight over our heads up here, a little to the right for strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now, and Renteria, the catcher for Clovis, with 1 out, nobody on, top of the first, lots of ones here. That is a strike. Yeah, he took his time looking at that. Right at the knees or right over the outside corner. Nice pitch. And Sanchez with a little more pop in that. She's already pitching with a little more speed here in this game than I saw her in that game against Hobbs. A little blooper that Olguin is going to snatch out of the air for an easy, quick second out. Not very many pitches being thrown so far with pretty good outs. So a little pop out to position number 3, Olguin. And that's 2 outs, 2 batters up, 2 down, and brings up number 3, Selena Lopez, your second baseman for Clovis. Looks like she means business at the plate, and she looks at the first pitch, and it's a beautiful inside, just really nice little breaking action over the inside corner, and nice speed on that as well for strike 1. So 2 outs, and an 0-2 count. So Lovington really looking to be very efficient, and Sanchez looking to be efficient in the circle as well tonight. Oh, nice pitch, but Lopez spoiled it off. She saw it was coming in. She wasn't going to have time to really do anything with it, but she just kind of met it, spoiled it off, fouled it out of play off to the right. So 0-2 count remains. 2 outs, nobody on. Ooh, beautiful pitch. Yeah, there he goes. And, yep, second strikeout as Lopez goes down looking. This takes its time, but it was a beautiful pitch. If that hadn't been a called strike, I'd have been wondering about my eyes and the strike zone. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning. Lovington coming up to the plate, and we'll have more Lady Cat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back. Lady Cat softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in the top of the first inning as 2 strikeouts and a pop out and only 11 pitches thrown in that at bat against Clovis by Sanchez. So nice work, very efficient. And now Lovington's got a chance to get their bat swinging. They are a hitting team, TJ.
Well, and if they can get things moving along, they could really do some damage and do it early. And I think that's probably going to be the key against this bigger division team, even though one that's rebuilding. Of course, you look up and down the lineup, you've got college commits everywhere in this senior-laden lineup. So, you don't get a college offer and you don't sign even with junior colleges, USW, places like that, if you can't do pretty much all the phases of the game.
Yeah,
so.
You've got to really be a complete player. The only exception to that is if you're a standout pitcher and you're so strong. But they really want hitting pitchers as well. So, yeah, Lovington's solid team. And in the circle, that's Nowak. Behind the plate, Renteria for Clovis. And at first, Cushing, Lopez at second, Mares at short, Soto at third, Cordova in left, Chavez in center, Mays in right. And the first pitch in on Anahi Quiroga, lead-off batter for Lovington. It was a ball high. So 1-0 count. And that one's going to come in and miss the zone as well. So 2-0. Quiroga is, we were just talking about her. She's a very good catcher. And as a leadoff batter, she's usually the leadoff batter, or she has been second in the lineup in years past as well. And that means she can be counted on to get on base, and not just with a hit. She's got a good eye. She can work the walk as well as, make solid contact with the ball and get on. And she can lay down a very nice bunt, too, TJ.
Well, does a great job. She is, I think, the only senior on this team starter that's not committed to college and takes the walk. And matter of fact, on her her profile, it said committed to retiring after high school. So she has a sense of humor, too.
Right. So, yeah, 4 straight balls to her from Nowak. And so that puts Quiroga on first, and she does her own running most of the time. A lot of catchers will have a substitute runner for them. A swing and a high fly ball. It's going to go out of play, heads up to the bleachers, and it falls harmlessly. But a lot of spin on that. And Morales just popping that up. But I like her aggression, stepping right up, seeing a ball she felt like she could make good contact on and going for it. So that just becomes a strike. And that one's going to come in and a call strike, and Quiroga runs for second, slides in safely. The throw in not in time. And the count on Morales now is 1-1. So Quiroga now on second base in 2-0, sorry.
0-2.
Oh, 0-2, sorry. Okay. 0-2, and no, Morales. I think maybe she protecting the plate and knowing that was coming in might clip the inside corner and be called strike. Went ahead and spoiled it off. Of course, it was inside. She hit it on the very low end of her bat near her hands and fouled it off over toward the dugout. So 0-2 count, and nice as she burned one. A nice line drive shot. Unfortunately, goes foul, but this one carried a lot further over to the bullpen, I guess, the warm-up area beyond the Clovis dugout. So 0-2 count as Morales looking to try to bring Quiroga around and in. Lovington will love to go ahead and start getting these. Oh, and there she picks one up, a low inside one, and again picks that up, and it's not a line drive shot. It was a nice high pop, but again goes foul. So Morales just needs to be a little more patient, but go ahead and pick out this one. That looks good, and that one may stay fair. High ball going over, and it's going to be foul. It'll stay in the park this time. She's getting closer with every swing of the bat, getting closer to fair territory, and putting a charge on the ball. She's definitely got some power. And Morales, of course, second base.
And a Western Texas commit, Snyder.
Yeah, nice to see that. Oh, and that's going to be low and inside as Renteria actually did a nice job of blocking that out because Quiroga was dancing off the bag at second out there ready to see a pass ball and a chance to slide into third. Not on this pitch. And a high pop fly. It's going to go out of play into the stands. So count is going to remain 1-2 on Honey Morales.
Of course, an awful lot of commits for the Western Junior College Athletic Conference. Western Texas for Honey Morales, and for Sabri Sanchez. Midland College for Zabri Rodriguez.
And this pitch is in the dirt, and that does get away from Renteria. And Quiroga goes and is able to stand up and get to third base on that wild pitch. I'm going to call it wild pitch because I don't think that was I think Renteria was doing as good of a job as she could to try to block it out and couldn't get it. Ooh, and did that hit her? Yes, it did. So Morales, after working a 2-2 count, takes her base, and that puts the Lady Cats on the corners and brings up number 17, Zabri Rodriguez, your shortstop. So no outs, runners at first and third on a walk and a hit by pitch. And this is it's unusual because Lovington is known for hitting, but hey, you'll take your bases how they come. Oh, and that hits the outside corner, a nice pitch. And going to second base, Honey Morales on defensive indifference. No throw. So Quiroga on third, Morales at second, Rodriguez at the plate. And Lovington needs runners across home plate. And that's going to be a little pop over to the second baseman. So an infield pop out for Rodriguez. He just kind of didn't catch all of that ball. Kind of got underneath it. Just caught a piece of it. So 1 out. Pop to number 4 in the book for 1 out. And number 9, Jocelyn O'Gean, batting cleanup for Lovington. Playing first base. So 1 out, 2 on. Catches a piece of that, sends it off foul, off toward the Lovington dugout for strike 1. These Lovington girls are very aggressive at the bat, TJ.
Well, they certainly are, and you know, that's part of the reason they've been so successful is they get 2 pitchers and get them a little rattled and then just keep the line moving.
And again, another little pop is going to go to Nowak, as that really was a funny little swing. As it was just a little bit odd. I didn't quite see what was
they're
going
taking,
on with that.
looks like they're taking uppercuts at it. Need to just kind of level things out and go from there. As now Ellis will step in.
A little pop out to the pitcher, position 1, and that's 2 outs now for Lovington. And that brings up number 6, Zimri Ellis, the center fielder.
And you don't want to squander having 2 on in scoring position and nobody out.
That's right.
And then not be able to cash anybody in.
You
so.
don't want to, and those were gifts. I mean, they got on by a walk and hit by pitch. Those are gifts. So do something with it. Line drive is drilled. Soto can't hang on to it. She picks it up, fires to first. It's a little high, and Cushing can't hang on to it. So that scores 1. That scores 2, and it's going to be an E. I don't know. Do you do an error on the throw because it was a little high, or do you put an error on Cushing because she got a glove on it?
Yeah, you've got to put that on Soto because it was too high for Cushing to be able to climb the ladder on.
All right. So E5 puts Ellis. She gets on and moves around, able to get on second, and the error brings Quiroga and Morales across the plate. So 2-0, and first there's a throw down to third, trying to get Ellis, but she slides in safely. So a stolen base for her puts her on third base, and the first pitch was a ball against Daphne Urahara. So 2 outs, 2 in, a runner on third, and Urahara, your designated player, at the plate with a 1-0 count. Lovington wants to just keep this going, do some more damage even with 2 outs, and that pitch comes in low and inside for 2.
Well, and we saw a whole lot of damage last night in the baseball game in 2 outs, an 11-run explosion with 2 outs in the, the 4th inning of that ball game, or 3rd inning of that game last night for the Wildcats.
And this pitch is going to be a grounder headed to shortstop, and Modest bobbles it, gets past her, and that scores 1, and 2 errors in a row. Be very damaging, but Lovington's making hay while the sun shines. Urahara gets on an E6 and brings an Ellis in. So with an error, does she get credit for the RBI? No. So just want to make sure.
No RBIs on any of those.
Okay,
last
they were
2,
all on errors. I mean, they got on base, they were unearned,
and because they would have ended the inning.
Right. And that's going to be in the dirt, low for a ball on Sabri Sanchez, the pitcher. Coming up to the plate, 1-0 count on her. 2 outs, a runner on first. Urahara reaching on the error. And that's going to miss high for ball 2. So 2-0.
And a snap throw down to first. Dangerous. Renteria tossing it out there to Cushing. If that one sails on her a little bit, that's probably 2 bases for Urahara.
And a grounder is going to go foul over by the Clovis dugout, as Sanchez was ahead of that. It was going to be a strike. It looked like it was coming in across the inside corner, so a good decision to swing at that. But she was ahead of that, snapped the bat around, and just becomes a strike, 2-1. And then it goes a little bit golfing. That was, again, a little inside. Pulls it all the way around, sharply hit, but now runs the count to 2-2. So 2 outs, 1 runner on, 2-2 count. Sanchez at the plate, Garcia in the hole, Garcia on deck, and Tavera in the hole.
I believe it's Talavera.
Oh, is it? Talavera? Okay. I didn't see the L in there. And that is going to be a little high. Took a little off of that. I think she was looking to sucker Sanchez into swinging at that. Sanchez let it go. So the count runs full now. And a swing and a high fly ball headed out to left field, and it's going to be Cordova diving for it. And it gets behind her and goes all the way to the wall, and that's going to score 1. And rounding around and making it a stand-up triple is Sanchez, Sabri Sanchez, with an RBI triple. A well-hit ball out to deep left.
And it is Tavera. You are correct. I apologize. Just double-checking there.
Okay. So
I've been saying her name wrong for 2 years. I apologize for that.
Now it is 4-0.
And there is an RBI attached to that one.
That's right. Yep, I said it was an RBI triple. And number 21, Bailey Garcia, left fielder for Lovington at the plate now. That's going to come in low, hit the dirt inside, and it hit her as well, so she will take her base, and that's the second hit by pitch issued by Nowak. So I need to write that down. Hit by pitch 2. And that means runners at the corners again for Lovington. They'd like to just keep this going as bottom of the first inning, and they're already up 4-0 against Clovis. And that pitch is going to miss low and inside, but this time Renteria knocks it down, and 1-0 is the count now against Tavera, playing right field for Lovington.
And the Lady Cats have batted around now. Tavera, the number 9 hitter.
And that comes in low. I think it may have hit just behind the plate.
And
So-
all the damage again done with 2 outs. 4 runs with 2 outs. That's what you like to see in your stat book.
And a lot of errors. As Clovis struggling defensively, and that hits the dirt, gets away from Renteria, and is going to score Sanchez from third. So, again, that's more of a pass ball, I think, because it hit the dirt, and she, I think, got a glove on it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think pass ball.
So, Sanchez scores on the pass ball, and now, Garcia moved over to second base. That's going to miss high and outside. So that was the 4th straight ball, and puts Tavera on first. That is the second walk issued by Nowak.
Walks and errors will kill any pitcher and any team's chances, and that's really what's happening to Clovis right now. Lovington has put 5 on the board thanks to 2 errors and, of course, the walk and a couple of hit batters.
So defensively, not what Clovis wants to see. They're going to have to tighten up, and for them, it's just 1 out to get out of this, what has become nightmare first at bat. A very successful bat from Lovington's point of view, with the score 5-0. There's a grounder headed to third, and it is bobbled by Soto, and while she's scrambling for the ball behind third base, that allows Garcia to go ahead and move to third safely. Tavera moves to second, and Quiroga reaches on an E5.
So 3 errors, just 1 hit in 5 runs, and now the 11th batter of the inning to come to the plate.
And a hit on the ground to Soto, and this time all she has to do is hang on to it and go touch third base for the force out, and that is the 3rd out. So Morales with a 5 unassisted for out number 3 finally brings the at-bat for Lovington to a close, but not before they've put 5 runs across. So we are going to go to the top of the second inning. Lovington ahead, 5-0. We'll be back with more Lady Cat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball. There were 5 runs on 1 hit, 3 errors, 2 left on base. 3 left on base, technically, because Honey Morales reached on a fielder's choice, and there was a force out at third to end the at-bat for Lovington. So here we are, top of the second inning, and it's 4, 5, and 6 due up for Clovis, and Sanchez in the circle with a nice sizzler right there, and a call, strike 1. So top of the second inning, no outs, a 1-1 count now on Soto. So it'll be Soto, Mays, and Chavez due up for Clovis. 4, 5, and 6, heart of the lineup. 1-1 count. And Sanchez took a little off that and poof, didn't miss by much. It looked like it crossed the inside corner, but maybe just a little high. And in fact, Quiroga looked back at the ump. I think she was just saying, was that too high? She just wanted to kind of know, to help define the strike zone by the ump, to find out why he called it. If it was it too inside, was it too high? And that misses the outside corner. A really nice pitch by Sanchez. She's, I think, trying to find the ump strike zone and define that for herself as well. That is a little hit back to the circle as Sanchez snatches that and then tosses it over O'Gean. And Soto is out 1-3 in the books, so first out. And that brings up number 4, Robin Mays, your right fielder, to the plate for Clovis. First plate appearance. Chavez is on deck and Nowak in the hole. But again, not too many pitches. I think that was 4 pitches.
5.
To 5 pitches to Soto. Okay. And a left-handed batter now. And a lot of pop in the glove. Nope. Ump says that was a ball. So 1-0 the count on Mays. And that just misses the outside corner for ball 2. This ump is, and again, not griping at all. You just got to figure out the ump, what's on the edges of the strike zone for him. What's the corner call inside and outside? What's the low end, high end? And a swing and a miss for strike 1. And he's going to make the pitchers really hit that corner. There's not going to,
as he's consistent.
That's right, and so it's there's not a lot of give on the corners. As long as you know that as a pitcher and a batter, you're okay. And that's fouled off for strike 2. So count 2-2 on Mays. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Lovington leading this one 5-0. And that is just going to miss a little bit high as well.
Good spot for the change up there, though, trying to get the off speed. It just drifted a little bit high.
And I think she was just trying to get Mays to offer on that, and Mays did not. So thought she might chase on it, didn't. Spring comes back with a fastball right over the inside corner. Nice low heater and gets her as Mays goes down looking. That's the 3rd strikeout for Sanchez in the game, and that's 2 outs. And brings up number 1, Andrea Chavez, the center fielder for Clovis, her first plate appearance. So 2 outs, nobody on. Lovington would like to get this 3rd out, and that's going to hit the outside corner. Yes, it does. A little middle speed pitch by Sanchez. Not the slowest, not the fastest, but a little spin on it. Sanchez also has a spin on her ball that is a little difficult sometimes for hitters to really get a clean hit off of. And if you hit at all a little underneath the ball, and if you swing up enough, that's the result. You're going to get that pop-up like that went foul over our heads for strike number 2.
Well, even though Sanchez not going to overpower you, it's that spin that keeps her in games because players not able to barrel it up.
And a swing, and a foul tip, but Quiroga caught it. So another strikeout. That's the 4th strikeout for Sanchez. And 3 up, 3 down. Another 3 up, 3 down at bat for Clovis. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Lovington leading 5-0. We'll be back with more Lady Cat softball.
States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Another 3 up, 3 down at bat for Clovis, and a very efficient work for Lovington, especially for Sanchez in the circle. She's got 4 strikeouts, that is, 2 swinging, 2 looking, and now we come back to Lovington at the plate, and it's 3, 4, and 5 due up. Rodriguez, Olguin, Ellis for Lovington. First pitch is taken up in the air. High fly ball coming under it. At center was Chavez, and she makes the grab. She didn't have to travel too far for that. Xavier Rodriguez really made solid contact, gave it a ride, but fly out to center field, position 8 for the first out in this.
And getting them up in the wind like that with the wind blowing in, it's just going to hang it up. Not much room for Chavez out there. You're not getting one out of here tonight unless it's a screamer on a line.
That's right. And second batter up in this at-bat, number 9, Jocelyn Olguin, your first baseman, hits at the first pitch she sees and fouls it off out of play to the right for strike 1. Again, these Lady Cats, they don't mess around at the bat. And there's another little pop out to the pitcher as Olguin she just didn't grab all of it. She popped out to the pitcher her last time up as well. So just has to maybe watch the ball just a little better and really connect the bat to the center of that ball, and try to instead of swinging up on it, go ahead and make solid contact through it. And another swat, as that's a screamer line drive that hits Coach McCraw in the third base coaching box.
I'm glad he was turned, because it caught him in the hip. If he'd have been looking more forward, it would have not hit him there.
Man, that has to sting. That's really.
That's going to leave a mark, as they say.
Yeah, so definitely Ellis and this one, a line drive shot that's going to fall in shallow center, fall in for her and put her on base. So Zimri Ellis hits the second pitch I think she saw, and it puts her on base. So a fly out, a pop out, and now with 2 outs, it looks like Lovington may get a little something started here. They want to add to their 5 runs on the board. They've got a 5-0 lead, and that brings up number 11, Daphne Urahara, your designated player, to the plate. She reached on an E6 and scored her first time up. This is her second plate appearance, and the pitch comes in. A throw down to second. Oh, and a big
collision.
Golly, a big hard collision as Ellis was running full out. And I guess she just didn't see Lopez going for, there are 2 bodies trying to occupy the same space, and that was a hard collision. And one of the girls, I believe that is that Ellis still on the ground?
No, Ellis got up and is on second.
Okay, so that was Lopez. That's the second. Is that the second baseman out there?
I believe so, yeah.
For Clovis.
And Lopez, I think, just when the throw came over, drifted over into the running lane and really just got plowed, unfortunately. 2 runners and two people trying to occupy the same space. So.
It does not work out, and Ellis had a good head of steam as she was heading there, and that helped make that collision even harder than it is. So we have an injury timeout, and the girls' play is suspended right now as they tend to Lopez on the ground out there near second base. So again, I think I really think that Ellis was right. She was in the running lane, headed for the base.
Yeah, if you're in the running lane, you have the right of way, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. She had the right of way, so she is not in the wrong. So that collision would be the fault of Lopez, and to add injury to insult, she's not going to be charged with an error, but that collision is her fault. She's up, and a nice round of applause. Good to see that, especially after such a hard smack out there. That looked painful, and that also looked like that's a surprise, right? It's a shock to your body.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it may have just knocked the wind out of her for sure.
We will have a courtesy runner checking into the ball game, and that'll be Malaya Castro coming in to run for Ellis, and that probably just checking on her right now. So.
I think it's a good idea to just bring her out after such a hard collision and just make sure she's good. And that gives Castro a chance to come in off the bench, and she's got some good speed. Castro, of course, coming off of a very successful basketball season for the Lady Cats. And she, of course, one of the standout players for the Lady Cats team, but she also plays softball. She had a collision of her own. Was it last season or 2 seasons ago in Roswell, I believe? I remember. I don't know if you were there with me or not that night.
I don't remember that. So I must have been doing baseball that night.
She had I think she either got hit in the head by a ball or had a collision, and she had a concussion, and she had to come out for a while. There's a swing and a foul off over to the dugout for Urahara, the designated player. Or actually, 1-1 is the count for her. As the 2 outs and a runner on second. That's Castro, the courtesy runner. And Urahara at the plate now with a 1-1 count. 2 outs. And a little pop fly going to the shortstop. That's Matas who reaches up and makes the grab. So a little pop out to position 6 for the 3rd out. And Lovington gets a runner on but can't move her around. But they still are leading this one 5-0. So 4 up, 3 down for Lovington. No runs and that was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we'll be back with more Lady Cat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Lady Cat Softball from Lady Wildcat Field here. And we have Castro, who's going in for Ellis in center field, as Ellis was the runner involved in that collision toward the end of that at-bat for Lovington. And I think probably out of caution, they're pulling Ellis out and putting Malaya Castro, who was the substitute runner for her. So she is out in center, and it is 7-8-9 at the plate for Clovis. Second pitch in is going to be a call strike, so that evens up the count on Nowak. Nowak, Cushing, Cordova is your order for Clovis. So a 1-1 count, no outs, nobody on. And then a swing and a ground ball headed to Rodriguez at short. She picks it up, fires over to Olguin, who has to stretch to get that. The throw a little low, but still nicely fielded. And if that Olguin's one of those very capable first basemen, and that's why I think she has signed to play for USW.
So she's going to be staying a little closer to home.
Exactly.
They're going to have a good one over on the first sack there.
They sure
at,
are.
What is it, Baker Field?
Yeah, she's got, if it's anywhere, if it's at all catchable and maybe not catchable, she's going to get it at first. And she's got a nice stretch, and she's very athletic. She's good at the bat. She's got a great attitude. So, yeah, she's a good one. It brings up Cushing to the plate. And a swing and a miss, as I think that would have been a breaking ball over the outside corner. Nice pitch by Sanchez, who's doing a really nice job in the circle, by the way, varying her speeds, varying her ball placement. She's got really great ball control. That misses a little bit. I think I cursed that by saying that. That missed a little low and outside for ball 2. So 2-1 count on Cushing. And that is going to get away. As Quiroga's got
it back.
Yeah, she's gonna. I think she lost it. That's what I meant. Is Quiroga lost that just a bit and looked around and had to get up and go fetch that one. But 2-2 count now on Cushing. And a swing and a miss as Sanchez took just a little speed off of that. She placed it right over the plate, center of it, but the speed was just a little deceptive there, and Cushing could not make contact on that. So strikeout, and that's strikeout number 5 for Sanchez. Out number 2 after that 6-3 fielding put out against on Nowak. And that brings bottom of the lineup, number 2, Gianna Cordova, to the plate. And the first pitch in is going to be a strike. And this one over the corner, nice ball, a little breaking, little drop action on that by Sanchez as well. So 0-2 count. She's quickly ahead in this one with 2 outs, 0-2 count. And brings, again, changes up just a little, takes a little speed off, just like she did against Cushing, and brought that ball up right in the center of the plate. And Cordova, swing and a miss. So 3 up, 3 down again. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Lovington leading 5-0. We'll back with more Lady Wildcat softball coming up.
Way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Third straight 3 up, 3 down at bat for Clovis. A combination of good fielding and good pitching by Lovington. Nice and tight defensively tonight. And now offensively, they want to get their bats swinging. They put 5 runs across in their first at bat, and now they were held to 4 up, 3 down without a run scored in the bottom of the second. Now here in the bottom of the third, it is the bottom of the order again. 7, 8, 9 due up. Sabri Sanchez to the plate, and she fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. 0-1 count. And a high fly ball headed out to shallow center. It's going to drop in as Chavez was running full out and could not get to it. Beautiful high little Texas leaguer just fell out of the sky, and that puts Sanchez on first. Nicely hit ball.
She's 2 for 2. She tripled back in the first, and then the single to lead off here in the third.
And that brings up Bailey Garcia to the plate, playing. Oh, actually, Braylon Hernandez. Is that right? No, I've got Bailey Garcia.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
Bailey.
it is. It's Bailey Garcia. I looked up and thought, no, it's 21, Bailey Garcia. I've said it right. Playing left field for Lovington. She was hit by pitch and got thrown out at third her first time up. Oh, and the throw down to second. Are they going to get her in time? No, slides in safely as Sanchez with a stolen base. Despite a pretty good throw, Renteria's got a decent arm and was able to make a pretty good throw. But Sanchez got just enough of a jump on that ball and slid in under that tag. And a high fly foul hits right at just right at the fence there by the dugout. And Soto gave it a good chase, good hustle, but couldn't get to it in time. So Garcia with a 1-1 count on her. So no outs. Runner on second. That's going to be low, in fact, in the dirt, and it's going to get by Renteria, and that's going to put Sanchez over on third. If there's another thing that Lovington is famous for, it's aggressive on the base paths. And so they are aggressive at the plate, and then they are aggressive, and they are looking for every opportunity to take a base and advance themselves as they can. And there's a hot grounder headed to Mata. She knocks it down and then fires it over to first in time to get the out, but the run scores. So it's going to be a sack for Garcia, as it's 6-3 in the books for the first out, but Sanchez comes across the plate, and now Lovington's up 6-0. That's going to bring up bottom of the order, number 3, Bethany Tavera, your right fielder, to the plate. She walked, and she was the one who got thrown out. Garcia got stranded, I think, but I think she was the one who was thrown out to end that at-bat in that first inning. So second plate appearance for Tavera, and a swing and a miss at a ball that came in. I think it was probably going to be a little high. It was over the inside corner. Probably would have been a ball, but she took a healthy swing at it, missed that. So evens up the count 1-1 with one out, and makes a little contact with that, fouls it off for strike two. She just needs to have a little more confidence in herself. Her body language, looks like she doesn't think she's going to hit when she's out there. And if she just is confident, watches the ball and meets it, and she can change that. And she's ahead of that one, has a nice, healthy swing at it. In fact, brings it all around, pulls it all the way around, fouls it off sharply.
Nearly hits Coach again.
Deep, yeah.
He's had to dodge a couple, and he didn't dodge one of them.
Yeah. Hit him in that was blistered. I think he's going to have seams. He'll have a bruise in the shape of seams on his hip from that one. That's going to come in low and inside for a ball, and it's going to even things up at 2-2 now. So Tavera looking to get on base. She worked the walk the first time up. This one, again, way ahead of that, as Nowak gave her a watermelon, and she tried to be patient on it, but still snapped that bat around and fouls that off sharply to the left as well. So she has sent a couple of those. So she's capable of some good, solid contact on the ball. She just needs to adjust the timing a little bit. Nowak does not throw a lot of heat, but she does have a changeup, so you got to watch it. And there's a hot grounder to Modest. It gets through her legs and goes out. Covering for her, coming over from center is Chavez, and she makes the throw in, but Tavera will reach, and I guess she reaches on the E6.
Yep.
But we'll take it any way we can get it. One out, one on, and Tavera.
Yeah, Modest just didn't get down on that one, and so it went through the 5-hole,
and it was a nice, solid, hit. It was a good grounder. Not the hottest one, but certainly had some good movement on it. That's going to miss low and inside. Top of the order, Quiroga back to the plate, and that's going to be ball one, as everybody's concerned about trying to keep Tavera on first there. That comes in and hits the inside corner. Nice pitch, actually, for Nowak. And evens things up. Quiroga with a 1-1 count on her.
Nowak hasn't pitched bad, but 4 errors behind her in the field have not helped.
Oh, a great line drive shot into deep left, and it's going to get behind Cordova out there.
Cordova actually touched it.
And, well, it did get past her. Yeah. And so she got a glove on it. I don't know that was – I think it still would have been a base. You going to put an E7 on that?
Yep.
All right, E7. Because she did touch the ball, and then it got behind her, and luckily she was already at the fence, so it didn't go far, although it would have been nicer for Lovington had it gone, bounced off a little further still. That puts runners at first and second. And a little attempted bunt is going to go foul as Honey Morales trying to lay down a bunt. She is capable of very nice bunts. In fact, a lot of this Lovington team not only hits away very well, but they've got a few girls who can really lay down a nice bunt. That was not. She moved the bat just a little too much, tilted it, and fouled that off for a strike. And that one is going to be popped out of play off to the right, and strike two. So one out, 2 runners on. Okay, thank you. As Quiroga on first and Tavera on second, and there's a high fly ball out to left field, but Cordova grabs that one, then throws it in, and the runners are going to hold up at first and second.
And so Tavera, or rather Cordova out there, holds on to that one, so makes up a little bit for the error that she got a moment ago. And so now 2 down for the Lady Cats. Runners at first and second, trying to cash in more than just the 1 run this inning. It'll be the number 3 hitter, and Zabri Rodriguez, the MC commit, coming to the plate. Zabri has not had a good night at the dish so far, 0 for 2. Popped out weakly to Lopez at second back in the first, and then flew out to shallow center in the second. So you got to think she's due.
And with 2 outs, Lovington would like to go ahead and keep the line moving here and get a 2-out rally going. First pitch misses high. Rodriguez will have a 1-0 count on her. So time, as they say, she's 0 for 2 and due and anxious. And she clips that one high, but it's going to go foul and out of play as Cordova was chasing that one, but it was well out of play.
Cordova would have needed wings and a jetpack to get to that one.
Yeah, that definitely, Rodriguez put a charge in that one. She just needs to straighten that one out a little bit. Count even on her, 1-1. And that floats in a little high for a 2-1 count now as runners stay put at first and second. 2 outs, 2 on. And Lovington with 1 across the plate so far in this at bat. Oh, swing and a hit. Is that going, gone? It is out of the park, and it's a 3-run home run for Zabri Rodriguez. We were just saying she's 0 for 2 and due, and boy, did she pay up. As that one swing of the bat puts Lovington up. That should be 9. I was going to say, yeah, it should be 9-0, yeah. So, wow. Beautiful, more of a line drive shot than anything that still had a lot of life in it when it went over right between left and center fence out there. Wow. What did you I don't know what the measurement is out there. It's measured for us and marked at the baseball field, but not out here.
Softball pretty standard. It's either 200 or 220.
Okay. Well, that one had that one got there and then some.
And I want to say here, I haven't heard in a couple years, but if I'm remembering right, it is 200 all the way around.
All right, a 3-run home run, and there's another high fly ball in center. Coming over it though is Chavez and makes the grab, and that does it. So that is the third out. A high fly ball. Jocelyn O'Gean gave it a ride. She was trying for back-to-back homers there and almost got that job done. But a good grab by Chavez out there robbed her. So 3 outs, but not before Lovington puts a 1, 2, 3, 4 across the plate. And we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And in the bottom of the third inning, Lovington scored 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed, nobody left on base. And we are ready for the next at-bat for the top of the 4th inning. Clovis is coming up, and Lovington with a 9-0 lead here. And we're top of the order as Clovis is just now batted around. And it is Maris Renteria and Lopez. First pitch is swung on and popped out of play off to the right for strike number 1. So Maris with an 0-1 count here, top of the 4th. Nobody out, nobody on. And Maris struck out her first time to the plate, so she's 0 for 1. Renteria on deck, Lopez in the hole. And that pitch misses. It's 1-1 count.
And we do have a change in the field. Looks like Yaya Garcia's gone into play first.
Okay, in place of Olguin. And that's going to be a strike over the inside corner as Sanchez took a little speed off of it, but also kept it inside. And when, even though it's coming up there looking soft, if it looks like it's going to break too much, this batter left it alone. And this one, a little more charge on it, and a swing and a miss. And I just have 2. Was that 3? Okay, that was 3. All right, so strikeout. And that's strikeout number 7 for Maris. That brings up Renteria, the catcher. She popped out to the first baseman her first time up, so it's her second plate appearance. 1 out, nobody on, and that's going to be low and inside. Miss for a ball on Renteria. Oh, was it called strike? Okay. I looked down. He takes his time on that, and I assumed it was low and inside, and then he called it a strike. I'm perfectly good with that. A swing and a hit right off the end of the bat. Morales comes over and makes the little toss. She stops it, makes a nice play, and then tosses it over to Yaya Garcia, who is in to play first base for Olguin now. And Renteria out 4-3. And now Lopez up to the plate. She struck out her first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. And a swing and a high pop fly headed for center field. Castro is under it, comes in and makes the grab and the catch. He was playing pretty shallow, playing not back too deeply, and that was a good thing because it gave her time to move in on that and play the drift. The wind is really playing with the ball, those fly balls. So nice grab, nice catch. So a fly out to center field for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down again. Lovington very efficient. They come up to the plate with a 9-0 lead. We'll be back with more Lady Cat softball coming up.
Hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And it was 3 up, 3 down. As no runs, no hits, no errors for Clovis, and they're at bat. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Lovington coming up to the plate, and it will be the heart of the order, 5, 6, 7 due up. Ellis, Udahara, and Sanchez for Lovington. And we have a new pitcher in for Clovis as the catcher, Renteria, will move to the circle, and moving behind the plate, I believe, is that number 5?
That'll be Matas taking over at catcher, and Nowak will take over at shortstop.
Okay, so Mares behind the plate and Nowak at short.
I'm pretty sure that's where I see all the numbers out there.
I think that's true. I hadn't gotten to short yet, but I was thinking that was Mares' number.
And yeah, that is Nowak going to short. So.
All right, and I could tell that was number 5, behind the plate. So that makes sense. So thanks for your help and the eye on the numbers. As Lovington with Zimri Ellis.
Castro.
Oh, Castro. Sorry about that. Yeah, Castro went in for Ellis, who was part of a hard collision in the base paths near second base. And I think they took her out. She got up, and I think they just wanted to just err on the side of caution. And if she hit her head at all, they do have to go through a protocol for concussion just to make sure. And some of that is you keep the player out until and maybe just go ahead and keep her out for the rest of the game. Castro, first plate appearance, and she watches that. It's high and inside as that's ball number 2. So 2.
Ball 3.
Oh, ball 3. All right, thank you. All right, 3-0 the count on Castro in place of Ellis as she took, and that's going to hit the plate on the inside corner. As Castro had the take sign on, just watch that one. 3-1 now with Renteria in the circle, and that's going to be high. It was right over the plate, but a little too high, so ball 4 puts Castro on first base. Castro made a nice grab out in center field to end that last at-bat for Clovis. Now she worked a walk, and she stands on first. So no outs, 1 on. And that brings up Daphne Urahara, designated player, to the plate. followed by Sanchez, and Garcia in the hole. Lays down a bunt, and Renteria saw it coming and moves in on it, makes a nice grab and a good throw, and they do manage to get Urahara, but she does move the runner, Castro, over to second. So it's a sack bunt for Urahara and first out for Lovington.
I understand the reasoning behind that. I don't necessarily like it. You take the stick out of one of your better hands there with Daphne Urahara, but you do get a runner in scoring position. So, play the numbers, I guess.
Sanchez to the plate, and it's going to be high as Matas comes out of the crouch, threatening to throw down to second, and Castro threatening to run. But she stays put. She is in scoring position, 1 out now, 1 on, and Sabri Sanchez catches a piece of that and sends it back to the screen, evens up the count at 1-1. And Sanchez, at her last plate appearance, she had a single, stole a base, and ended up being driven in by that home run, that Rodriguez, that 3-run home run that Rodriguez smacked out of the park.
She is 2 for 2, tripled in the first.
Had an RBI stand-up triple, an RBI triple, and that gets away from Matas, and that will move Castro to third on the pass ball. As Matas blocked it out, but it got away from her off to the left. So Sanchez now with a 2-1 count. A runner on third. Oh, and that's a changeup that got hung up in Renteria's hand and ended up being very high. That'll be a 3-1 count, and Castro dances off the bag a little bit, stays put. So 3-1 count. 9-0 your score here. Lovington leading. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that is going to do, I guess it's a little bit high. I was waiting because I don't know with this ump. That he said it is a walk, so runners at the corners now. And that brings up number 3, or actually that brings up number 21, Bailey Garcia. Are we going to have a courtesy runner, or what are they?
Yeah, we could, because Sabri is the pitcher, so.
Yep. So let's see.
Yeah, we will. I think
is.
that may be Peisha Gonzalez coming in.
Okay. Is she Peisha is number 1? Yep. Peisha is in. So Peisha will run. And she is at first, and Castro is at third. With 1 out. Runners at the corners, and number 21, Bailey Garcia at the plate, and a snap down throw into third. And it looks like Castro got back in time. She did. And the first pitch was a ball. So a 1-0 count on Garcia.
And Gonzalez scampers to second on the throw to third.
And so that really was kind of a nice diversion, you might say, and that ball hangs up a little high as well. So 2-0 on Bailey Garcia at the plate. Runners at second and third now. Both reached on walks. And a swing and a miss. A tip, actually. Caught a piece of that for strike 1. A little inside. And Garcia looking to kind of pick that one up, golf that up. Just got a piece of it. So 2-1 the count now. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Need rescuing. Need brought in. And Lovington would like to keep putting some scores on the board. That's going to miss just a little high and outside for ball 3.
Well, in the way Sanchez is pitching, you do have the potential winning run just 60 feet away, because we are in the bottom of the 4th, so it's 10 runs after 5.
And a swing and a miss as Bailey was just a little too anxious on that, and Renteria took a little speed off of it. And Garcia, she was a little aggravated. She knew it. And she's thinking to herself, got to be patient. So we'll see. Renteria may offer up another changeup, or she may bring the heat. Garcia is waiting for one she can lace out of here. She catches a piece of that, stays alive at the plate. It fouls over the screen and in front of us.
Wonderful picture of the softball spinning towards the camera.
As luckily it didn't spin back and hit the camera. I think you would have saved it.
I might have.
And that's going to miss low, and so Bailey will take her base, and that loads him up. So another walk, and those are everybody on base is a result of a walk. And that brings up number 3, Bethany Tavera. Oh, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter, Braylon Hernandez. Just as I said that, I realized I was hearing the announcer, the loudspeaker announcer. So Braylon will step in. Braylon Hernandez coming off the bench to pinch hit a substitute batter. So she's a pinch hitter. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what we learned as.
So Braylon Hernandez, and Braylon also played basketball.
And we'll have a pinch runner go in for Garcia's. It looks like that will be.
It's hard for me to see. I haven't seen the number.
There's a maybe Delilah Ruiz.
Braylon Hernandez stepping up to the plate and to bat in place of Tavera. Tavera had reached on a walk and an error. And Braylon watches that one sail a little high for ball 1. So 1 out, bases are loaded. Lovington leading this one 9-0. And that misses inside as well. So 2-0 count.
And the thing to remember here is a walk is as good as a hit. It gets a run in.
That's true.
And it keeps the line moving, and you turn it back over to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, and then softball, it's a 10-run rule after 5 and what? Or after
15 after 3, 10 after 5.
There you go. We were talking about that during the baseball game last night, and baseball is totally different on that. So I wanted to make sure we got that out there right. 3-0 count. Got to feel like the take sign is on with bases loaded, and that's a miss inside as well. And that's just a walk there. It gets by Modest, who forgets a minute that that runner gets that free base, and it's an RBI walk actually for Braylon Hernandez, who takes the base. RBI walk, and Lovington is now 10-0. And that was Castro who walked in. Moved everybody around. Bases loaded, top of the order. Anahi Quiroga back to the plate. And that's a miss outside and high for ball 1. And Lovington, I think they're just, they're going to make Renteria pitch to them. She has issued, 3 walks in this at bat alone. And that misses inside. One out, bases loaded, and a chance here to score a lot more runs or just draw a walk, and that's going to be a call strike over the outside corner.
And the infield is playing in. They're going to try and cut off anything that might be a slow roller, but if you can get one with some authority, that's going to cash in at least 3 runs.
And she picks that one up, really an inside ball, and hit that on the inside of her bat, or close to her hands, and fouled that off over to the Clovis dugout. That evens up the count 2-2. Quiroga looking for something to lace into here. She's capable of it, or she can draw the walk and get an RBI walk. Hits it on the ground in the hole between short and third. That'll score 1, and another coming to the plate. That'll score 2. So a hit. That was hit right in the hole as Nowak dove for it, but never got a glove on it. So Quiroga with a 2 RBI single. And that scores Sanchez and Hernandez rather, and another. We had pinch runners all over the place out there. So 2 across makes it 12-0, and that is going to bring up Honey Morales to the plate. She had a fly out her last time at bat, reached on a fielder's choice, and was hit by pitch and scored her first time up. That's going to be high for ball 1. Again, bases loaded.
No, just 2 on now.
No, just 2. That's right. Third is open now.
But the potential winning run is at the plate in the form of Morales.
And that's going to miss high and go all the way to the backstop and move both runners around. As now we have runners on second and third. So Hernandez over there on third. Quiroga on second.
We will have another pinch
Pinch
runner come in.
And I think that's number 5.
That's Delilah Ruiz, number 8.
Number 8. Okay.
She'll go in and run for Quiroga.
So runners at second and third. And a swing and a foul. Blistered one out of play, way off to the left. Morales in front of that. 2-1 count now on her. Rodriguez on deck, Ogeen in the hole if we don't have substitute batters. And that's going to miss just a little outside and high. So count 3-1 now on Honey Morales. 12-0. And there's a grounder again. That's going to hit in the hole. That'll score 1. That'll score 2. So those 2 runs, there is a throw to the plate, but it's too high. And so that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Morales. Although I think she took second. She really rounded first and took second on the throw in. So 2 RBI single or double? What do you say?
Give it the double.
All right, 2 RBI double for Morales.
Because I think she would have had a double no matter what. So.
All right, so 2 runs in, makes it 14-0.
And she represents the winning run now in scoring position with just 1 out, and the bomb squad coming to the plate with Rodriguez.
Sabri Rodriguez, your shortstop, had the 3-run home runner last time at the plate. Had a fly out and a pop out, so she's 1 for 3, 4th plate appearance. And yes, she could definitely put this in the books for Lovington. She tries. It's a high fly ball out of play off to the left. And just becomes a long strike. So 0-2 count on Rodriguez. 1 out. A runner at second for Lovington. They just need 1 run across to have the 15-0 run rule, and there's a high fly ball. It'll just fall harmlessly. Cordova on her horse, running hard, could not get to it in time. And she's had a lot of work. She's been very busy out there in left field, as there's been a lot of action, a lot of hits into mostly a center and left field, and the left part of the field in this game by Lovington. They've really been pulling the ball, hitting it on the ground in the hole there between short and third, hitting a lot of fly balls out there to left field and foul balls off into the left as well. So we have a timeout on the field, as I think it's I don't know if there was a problem with a glove or a hand, a blister, or something going on. But one of the Clovis players going to the dugout, and the coach looks like taping up something. So maybe taping up the glove or taping up her hand. Could be putting a bandage on a blister, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't see what was going on, but.
The count 0-2 on Zabri Rodriguez, and she hits a high pop fly, and coming under it, calling for it, is Nowak, and makes the grab and the catch. And so Zabri Rodriguez with a high pop fly pops out to position 6 for out number 2. And now and Yaya Garcia will bat in place of Jocelyn Ogeen again. So Yaya Garcia, substitute batter, comes in. She had a fly out to center field her last time.
It's her first at bat, and she
gets
it's
her
hit.
first. Oh, I thought that she was in already. Yeah, and she's hit by the pitch, so she will take her base. Yeah, I thought she was a pinch batter once before.
Ogeen
Okay.
was the one who flew out to center.
All right, okay. So Yaya hit by pitch. Takes first base. 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Lovington. 14-0 your score.
And good news, Zimmeriela's back in. She'll be hitting back in her own spot this time.
Yeah, Castro had slid into center field, and she could be actually. Hellas she may not be back in center field. We'll have to wait. We'll just see. I mean, this at bat, this game can be over with this at bat by Lovington here, but we'll see. But it is possible for a player to just go in that instance, and that's foul. Smoked one foul off down the left field line. Already, I'd say she's okay.
Yeah,
Looks okay to
so.
me, yeah. As she comes in, and Lovington has batted around now. So 0-1 count on her. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Lovington up 14-0, looking for one more run to get a 15-0 run rule win here against Clovis. And a swing, and that's going to be a hit that drops in between center and right field, and that scores 1, and that should be game over for Lovington. It'll score 2, and then they're going to throw into third base.
Game's
and
over, doesn't matter what they do here.
Yeah, the runs have scored, and that should put it to, even though the rundown is going to end up in the out, the run scored before that third out on the rundown, and that should be game over, as Coach McCraw also makes that point, and yes, the refs are saying yes, that is true. So that third out is superfluous because
technically the game
ended at 15-0.
Right, but they'll get it to 16-0.
So those 2 runs did score, but it was the 15th run that ended the game. And that means that Lovington is going to win if they count that. It's either 16-0 or 15-0. Either way, Lovington wins. Just a single game tonight. And hi there, Art Castro is up here. Nice to see you, Art. Of course, Malaya's dad and a good friend of ours. So 16-0 could be 15. I don't know. That's interesting. I think technically it's 15-0 is your final score.
Yeah, technically I think the
I
game
think that's true at 15-0.
The second the first run crossed.
Exactly.
But I've never liked that, just because if she had hit a home run,
right,
you would have put all 3 runs on the board.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it a 16-0.
All right. Well, Lovington able to win this, and we'll be back and wrap this one up. It won't take long to do that, but we'll be back in a minute or two and celebrate another win by Lovington here over Clovis tonight. And back with more Lady Wildcat softball coming up.
Says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back. As Lovington celebrating a win. Technically, the game was over at 15-0. And we'll call it that. Lovington scoring 7 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base in that bottom of the 4th inning, as they score a win and go to 6-4 on the season now under Coach Stephen McCraw, and that's going to drop Clovis to 1-7 on the season. And you know, I did not look to see. You may know when Lovington plays again. I didn't look to see about Clovis, and I'm not sure who they're playing next, but I know Lovington is going to be right back here on Friday night hosting Denver City, and we will be here with that game. But well played, well pitched.
Clovis next week, a doubleheader at Portales.
Okay, Portales. Now, Sabri Sanchez gets the win in the circle, and she did a nice job. I think she had 7 strikeouts. I think I have her down with 7 strikeouts and no walks issued,
and more importantly, a complete game no hitter.
Complete game a shutout, nonetheless a no hit shutout, 7 strikeout no hit shutout for Sabri Sanchez. She didn't do it by herself. She had a lot of good offensive production, good defensive play as well behind her in the field. Lots of good, no errors by Lovington in the field. And nice offensive production, of course, with the 15 runs, and it took them, 4 at-bats to do it. So nice work offensively and defensively. Of course, Clovis in a rebuilding mode with their program, and they came and gave it their best shot and probably learn some things, and we'll take that back and hope to get strong for district when it begins. Not very far from now. We're not too far away from the beginning of district for both softball and baseball. All right, so we'll be right back here and have more Lady Wildcats softball coming up on Friday, and we'll be here. And those games, I think that should be on Lovington Sports YouTube, right? Yeah, and I think the game starts at 5 o'clock. So we'll be here pregame starting around 4:45 or so, and it'll be back here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So with that, we will wrap things up and congratulate the Lady Wildcats again on a 15-0 run rule win over Clovis tonight. And on behalf of TJ Miracle, I'm Dawn Morgan saying so long, good night. Thanks for watching and listening to Lovington Lady Cats Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Good evening.